The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices.
Afternoon, baseball fans. Mike Prang joined alongside Dave Van Giesen, getting ready to bring you game 1 of this 3-game series between the visiting Alma College Scots
leading off for the Scots and the
Adrian
top of the
Bulldogs.
first inning is shortstop number 2, Kevin Tuttle.
Today's game was originally supposed to start at 4 p.m., but with the rain all day, we've pushed back to 5:30. This is game 1 of the series. Tomorrow's doubleheader has been moved from a 1 p.m. start up to 11:30. That one's on the road up in Alma. Danny Gutierrez, the pitcher for Adrian today. First pitch from him is spiked in the turf. It's pretty wet out there. First 2 pitches misses. 2-0 the count to Tuttle. Next pitch, fastball low, misses. 3-0. Lights are on, overcast, and just an annoying mist rain.
Extremely annoying, Michael.
Gutierrez is having trouble with it as he opens the game with a 4-pitch walk. Put Tuttle on, that brings up Carnicom.
Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Avery Carnicom.
Carnicom, the very powerful hitter for Alma. 12 home runs on the season. Alma actually played Eastern Michigan earlier this week at Comerica Park. And Carnicom hit a home run out at the Tiger Stadium as Alma lost to Division I Eastern Michigan 15-12 in that game. It was a kind of odd scoring game. They went down 7-0 after the first inning. Then they battled with a 4-run 6th and a 6-run 8th inning. Eastern Michigan eventually came away with the win at 15-12. Pickoff attempt, and I'm told we have 4 dozen baseballs ready for today's game. There's 5 towels in the Adrian dugout. One of them is sticking out of Logan Loeffler's belt, the Adrian catcher.
Well, I tell you, we're probably going to need them all too, Michael, because walking from the parking lot to the press box was an exercise in ducking, dodging, and actually swimming all the way here. So any ball that gets hit foul that goes out of play is probably going to be submerged in a huge puddle at some point.
0-2 the count to Carnicom. Short leave over at first for Tuttle. The 0-2 pitch from Gutierrez. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Bounces back from the 4-pitch walk to get a 3-pitch strikeout.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Cole Grunwald.
So bring Grunwald to the plate. Gutierrez, a pickoff attempt, throws this one behind Miranda. So Tuttle will advance on the error by Gutierrez. Here for Green.
Well, that's kind of a chance you take there, Mike. On a day like today, you've got that wet baseball, and we're just going to see some errant throws today. I think you're going to notice that people are being very aggressive on the base pass for that very reason. There's our first hit batter of the day.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a bit of those, as today's just going to be a tough day for a pitcher to get a grip on the ball.
Now batting designated hitter number 17, Wyatt Nicewander.
We are 3 hitters into the game, and the umpire's already asking for 3 more baseballs. So
Yeah, and again, if it would help a great deal if we could just get the rain to stop, but as long as it just keeps raining, everything's just getting soggy, and it's going to be hard to throw the ball straight.
There's a check swing, but Nicewander went a little bit too far. 0-1 to count to him. Nicewander batting .317 on the season. He's appeared in 26 games. Only 60 at-bats, but has 19 hits with 2 doubles and 12 RBIs. He's got a runner in scoring position here. Next pitch fouled off, 0-2 the count. Tuttle at second, Grunwald at first. 1 out here in the top of the first.
Tell you another thing to watch for is the hurry up pitch count clock, because it's going to be, you're going to need to take some time to make sure that ball is dry enough for you to pitch it and then actually make the pitch.
0-2 pitch fouled down the first baseline towards the Alma dugout. Going over the field defensively, Gutierrez our pitcher, Logan Lawford the catcher. The infield, A.J. Miranda at first, David Kedros second, Jacob Charles at short, and Ryan Davis over at third. The outfield from left to right, Easton Rogers in left, Travis Lifford in center, and Joe Casal in right field for the Bulldogs. This one rolled over to the right side. Miranda's got to come off the bag and get it. Gutierrez covers. They'll get the out. 3-1 on the putout, but that'll move up the runners. So runners in second and third. That brings up Kyler Warner.
How about third baseman number 7, Kyler Warner?
Warren batting .262 this season. 28 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and 20 RBIs. Swings through that one. Gutierrez kind of lost the handle on that ball, and Warren a little bit of a defensive swing there.
Like, part of it was, I think it was just coming at him, and he tried to use his bat to defend himself there.
2 runners in scoring position, second and third. 0-1 pitch misses low, evens the count 1-1.
Gutierrez does have a base open here, but at this point, you hate to load the bases up because it's so hard to throw a strike. You know, you could walk the next guy. So he'll try and be careful with Warren, but
1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. So 2 strikes on the batter here. This is a big pitch coming up for Gutierrez, hoping to get out of this first inning jam. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of jams on both sides, as like Alma doesn't have a hit yet. Both have been because Gutierrez has struggled to hold on to the balls. This one's rocketed off the brick wall above the Alma dugout and is now thrown in to be dried off.
yeah, a walk and a hit batsman. And it took him 5 pitches to throw that first strike. But when he's been in the strike zone, he's been effective. So hopefully he can get this last strike here. And he did.
Strike 3 called, breaking ball, catches the outside corner. So Gutierrez gets out of it. Bulldogs, or excuse me, the Scots, no runs on no hits. There was 1 Adrian error, and they left 2 on base. So Bulldogs are coming to bat. Bottom half of the first coming up just after this.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first coming up. Let's take a look at the Adrian lineup. Jacob Charles is leading off, followed by Ryan Davis. A.J. Miranda, Ed Wagner, the designated hitter. Easton Rogers batting fifth, followed by Travis Lifford, Joe Cassell, Logan Loeffler, and David Kedrow.
And pitching for the Scots is going to be Cam Jones. Cam Jones comes in with an ERA of 5.87. He is 3-2 on the year, and this is his 8th start for the Scots as Charles steps in. Now batting shortstop number 4, Jacob Charles.
Just trying to find Jones' stats. My laptop soaking wet. It's hard to use the mouse pad. First pitch to Charles. He'll roll this one over to shortstop. Tuttle picks it up. He'll throw it across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jones. They'll bring up Ryan Davis.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Ryan Davis.
Davis batting .317 on the year. 33 hits, 6 of them doubles, 10 of them are homers. This is a pivotal series for both teams as they are fighting to host a game for the conference tournament. First pitch, a strike. Currently, Adrian sits in second in the MIAA standings at 11-4. Alma follows behind at 9-5. They still have an extra game to play as they have a makeup against Calvin. That game is scheduled for Monday.
And Hope is right behind him at 9-7. And I know at one point they were winning. They're playing Calvin this afternoon in a doubleheader. So here's another smash to short where Kevin Tuttle makes the play, and he guns him out.
It's a pretty efficient inning so far for Jones. Only 4 pitches thrown and 2 outs for him. I'll bring up A.J. Miranda.
Now batting the first baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda.
Checking in on that Calvin and Hope doubleheader. Hope took game 1, 3-2. But then game 2 is in the top of the 7th. Calvin currently leading Hope 5-4. First pitch to Miranda is called a strike. Pitch misses high and away, 1-1 the count. Adrian in their all-white jerseys with gold letters and numbers. Alma wearing their teal-blue tops.
An interesting color combination for the Scots this afternoon.
With their black pants and maroon socks. Next pitch is fouled off. 1-2 the count to Miranda. Here's a 2-strike pitch from Jones. Saws him off. This one rolls over to the second baseman. He'll pick it up and fire over to first. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jones in the bottom of the first. 0-0 score. We'll head to the second inning just after this.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian
Top of the second, Gutierrez back on the mound. McGlade leading off the inning for Alma. First pitch misses low, 1-0.
Dan Gutierrez comes in for the Bulldogs as their undisputed ace of the starting staff. He has a record of 7-2. This is his 11th appearance of the campaign, and his ERA is at 3.90. So, Coach Rainey trying to go right after it today here with his ace Gutierrez.
This pitch swung through from McGlade, 1-2 the count.
Okay, that's another kind of dangerous situation about this contest because, you know, if it starts really raining as Gutierrez strikes him out. Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Cameron Bloodsdale. Well, I was about to say, if it starts really raining and there's a delay of any length of time, then you kind of lose your best pitcher early. And then that just puts more of a taxing situation for the weekend on your bullpen.
Well, we did see when I was down in the dugout pregame, I took a look at the lineup card that was posted, and head coach Craig Rainey has every pitcher available today. And I think probably for that reason. So 2-0 the count here. Pitch misses just off the plate. Pitch misses low. 4-pitch walk to start off, or excuse me, to put the first Scott runner aboard this inning.
How about the second baseman, number 21, Dalton D. Alexander.
D. Alexander comes in today batting .276 on the year. First pitch from Gutierrez fouled back. A very quick move there over to first. Runner dives back in safely. That was a close one there. I do like Gutierrez still trusting his pickoff move, even though he threw one away in the first inning.
Well, you almost got to, as the pitch is fouled away on the bunt attempt. But you saw Bloodsdale trying to steal there. You've got to try to keep that guy close, or you might as well throw it away because he's just going to take second anyway. So that's why it's still important to throw over there. And if he makes an error, he makes an error. But
he said no, he didn't go on the check swing. That puts the count 1-2. I didn't even think we needed to do that. I thought that would clip the corner.
you were not alone, my friend, as the Bulldog dugout doing some amateur umpiring over there. And I think the check swing just kind of proves that D. Alexander also thought that was a pretty good pitch to hit right there.
Next pitch fouled back to the backstop. We'll redo the 1-2. Our umpire is out of dry baseballs. Like I said, we have 4 dozen baseballs ready, but we may need some more, as I think we've already played with a dozen of them.
Like I say, any ball that goes out of the stadium, especially down that right field line.
Gutierrez picked off, but they said no play. Home plate umpire never put the game back in play after the foul ball. Now he does. Runner takes off. Loeffler fires down there. One hops it in, and the runner is safe. Jacob Charles holding the tag on as you're going to slide a bit further on this turf with the rain coming in.
Yeah, that's something I think you're going to want to do on plays like that today, because again, you don't have the traditional sliding path with dirt like you usually do, but the artificial turf being very wet will make it slick, and being able to slide over the bag as he did is something that's very possible every time you try to slide in, unless you're going in feet first.
So count runs full here to D. Alexander. This pitch is foul ball rolled into the Bulldog dugout. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming.
Four of them have already been foul balls, so he is just staying alive up there right now.
One with the success that Gutierrez has had so far this year against MIAA teams, you know, the game plan going in for Alma is just get his pitch count up. And D. Alexander's doing a pretty good job of that, as we've now had 8 pitches in this at-bat.
Well, I think that's also a plan no matter who's pitching, because, again, you're facing a guy who's got a wet ball and giving him a chance to walk you. It just makes sense, and just hit the pitches that are right down the middle.
So 3-2 the count. Runner on second, 1 out here in the top of the second. Pitch misses low, ball 4. So that puts D. Alexander on first base. That'll bring up the 9-hitter for Alma.
How about center fielder number 1, Mitch Foley?
So Mitch Foley comes to the plate. Foley batting .294 on the year. And he will bunt this one foul. Umpire says it hit him in the box. Some other Adrian athletic news is men's rugby started the national tournament in Maryland, and they won their first round game in overtime, 17-15, over Virginia Tech. This pitch hit foul into the Alma dugout. 0-2 the count to Foley.
Well, again, I have a hunch this may change about 3 or 4 times throughout the afternoon, but this is one of those rare days where the wind is blowing in from right field. So it's going to knock balls down that are hit out to right, as opposed to putting them in a jet stream like it is most of the season.
Another pitch fouled away. This is the first one to exit the stadium, and I think that one's going to be done for good. As like you said, some people had to swim through the parking lot to get here.
It was a bit of a minefield. Had to kind of put on a snorkel and swim fins and make your way to the stadium.
There's the 0-2 pitch from Gutierrez. Another pitch fouled out.
And of course, in the, it can't be easy. As much as we like to keep the ball in play, the Alma Scots are coming close to setting a record for foul balls in a game.
There's another one. 5 pitches this at-bat to Foley. All of them have been fouled off.
And all of them have been just like fought off with just like little check swings. So they're all going to the right side of the Bulldog infield.
There goes another one.
There's the first good swing he's really had out of the 6. He was way in front on that one. That was a good changeup by Gutierrez. Just may want to go with some high cheese here. Work the upper part of the zone.
Foley continues to battle. 7 pitches to him, 7 foul balls. Checking in on that other Calvin and Hope game. Calvin has extended their lead to 9-4, top of the 8th. So that'll do some help for both of these teams here playing, Adrian and Alma, when it comes to the standings. If things hold on, and Foley finally swings and misses at one. Strikes out. That puts 2 outs up on the board, and that brings up top of the order in Tuttle.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Kevin Tuttle. First pitch inside for a ball to Tuttle. He walked on 4 pitches his last time, so he's seen 5 balls in a row.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs here. Alma's had 4 base runners already this game. 0 of them have reached by hit. This pitch catches the inside corner, called a strike. Evens count 1-1.
Tuttle comes in batting .273 for the Scots. Leadoff position. Foul ball back into the Bulldog dugout. Hey, Mike, you talked about the teal uniforms of the Scots. Another thing that's kind of strangely missing from the Scots uniform is the traditional Scottish plaid that most all their uniforms have in some form. So just a little bit different look for Alma today.
This one rolled over to Charles at short. He'll pick it up, fire across to Miranda. Miranda with a nice pick there to dig it out of the turf, and that'll be out number 3. So Gutierrez escapes another jam, leaving 2 runners aboard. Still no hits for Alma. We head to the bottom of the second. 0-0 our score. We'll be back after this.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News and World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second is designated hitter number 20, Ed Wagner.
So Ed Wagner, designated hitter, leading things off. Adrian went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Jones hits him right in the helmet. That one got away from him. So Bulldogs have the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers. Well, that's hit batsman number 2 on the day. I was thinking earlier today that this might be, first of all, it's been a season of the hits batsman because almost every game's had a lot of hits batsmen here at Nicolay Field this year. And I don't really know what the cause of that is, but I do today. We can't hang on to the baseball. So far, we're averaging just 1 an inning, but I will say what is different about it is that both of them have clearly got away because they both hit by pitches have been right off the helmet of the batter.
1-1 the count to Rogers. This one misses low and in. 2-1 the count.
Easton looking down at his gloves, trying to keep it dry. I tell you, just hanging on to your bat is part of the challenge here today.
That was one thing when I used to play baseball. I enjoyed playing in the rain as a pitcher, but I hated it as a hitter. I was always afraid to throw my bat with it, but for some reason I was always able to get a good grip on the ball when I was pitching. You would think the other way around.
Well,
next pitch misses high, runs the count full.
Part of it too is not so much that you had a good grip, but it's such a miserable day to hit that if you can spot your fastball and stay inside on the batter's hands, it's a lot easier to pitch in that situation as he gets Rogers on strikes.
Yeah, high fastball gets him, he'll swing through it. That brings up Travis Lifford.
How about center fielder number 6, Travis Lifford. Travis Lifford, kind of a do-it-all player for the Bulldogs. We've seen him all over the diamond this spring. He's played some second base. I think he's played third base. He's played in right field a lot. Today he's in center field. Again, the Bulldogs this spring having a lot of pitchers that also play infield, and that requires guys like Lifford to move around. As he takes the ball low for ball 2, 2-0. You wait for the umpire to put the ball back in play.
2-0 pitch, crosses the plate for a strike. Wind picking up, blowing in from right field still. Still playing in the annoying mist. 2-1 fastball on the outside corner. Lifford swings through it. 2-2.
That wind is picking up too. You can look out right now. The flags are Still blown in to right field, but flags are standing straight out right now.
2-2 pitch, high fastball again. Lifford gets a piece of this, fouled off.
Watching the umpire out there at second base, his pants are flying in the wind as well.
So here's the 2-2 pitch to Lifford. Wagner standing on first. One out here in the bottom of the second. This pitch misses in and gets away from McGlade, the catcher. And Wagner is going to reach on a wild pitch. So that puts a runner in scoring position. And runs the count full. Joe Casal waits on deck for the Bulldogs.
Still no hits for either team, but both teams have had threats here. This is the Bulldogs' first one of the day, and hopefully they can get him home. As a foul ball into the net. Lifford just got a piece of that. He had to lean well over the plate, put his bat on the ball. I think he's been paying attention to these Alma hitters, who so far today have been a foul ball kings. Full count pitch on the way again. Ed Wagner leading off second base. Pitch is high. Lifford's going to go to first. And the Bulldogs got two aboard with one out. Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Joe Casal.
So that brings up Casal. Runners at first and second. One out here. We're still waiting for our first hit of the ball game.
That'd be a good time for it. Nice double up the gap.
So Sal tries to bunt this one, and that's been a problem Adrian's had all year, is sacrifice bunting. We've never seemed to be able to get it down. As we've either popped it up foul or popped it up to a field.
The unique thing about Nicolay Field, it's one of the few stadiums where you can literally bunt the ball out of the stadium. That one hit high up here on the net above our heads.
Casal hits this one into right field. It's drifting and lands just out of play. Count is now 0-2.
And shocking as it may seem, it landed on actually one of the few dry areas of the sidewalk down there. So we might actually get that one back. If anybody can get out there to get it.
0-2 pitch on the way to Casal. Long pause here from Jones. Kicks and fires. Casal swings through at strike three. That puts two outs up on the board for the catcher, Logan Loeffler.
How about the catcher, number 23, Logan Loeffler.
First pitch to Loeffler, outside, ball one. Loeffler and Zach Wade have been splitting time this year behind the plate. So Lifford standing on first, Ed Wagner on second. Next pitch, fastball catches the inside corner, evens the count 1-1. And we have our first hit of the ball game as Lifford drops one into left field. Ed Wagner coming around to score, and the Bulldogs are going to take a 1-0 lead.
Count the run. Okay, they get him out at second base, but not before Wagner scores, so the Bulldogs do get a run. So they'll get one run on one hit. They will leave one. And at the end of 2 innings of play, the Bulldogs have taken the lead. They lead the Scots 1-0. We'll be back with more from Nicolay Field after we pause for this.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. Top of the third. Bulldogs holding on to a 1-0 lead after the Logan Loeffler RBI single in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Scots at the top of the third is first baseman, number 29, Avery Carnicom.
One thing we should point out today, today's game is associated with the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. Adrian has partnered with them for the second year in a row, so if you would like to make a donation to that organization through Adrian College Baseball, go to team.curethekids.org/Adrian College Baseball 2023. First pitch to Carnicom was called a strike. Next pitch was fouled down the third baseline. So he's quickly down 0-2. And he is asking for another bat.
I think he may have, broken the plastic cap on that bat.
Yeah, that foul ball was hit off the end of the bat there. So a new bat in the hand, 0-2 the count. Fastball misses high, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Carnicom swings through. That's his second strikeout of the game. So he struck out his first at-bat on 3 pitches.
How about number 6, Cole Grunwald?
If you want to get anyone out on this Alma team, it's Avery Carnicom.
Well, I'll tell you, he did not get cheated on that cut. He was trying to tie the game up with one swing of the bat and just came up empty that time.
Which he definitely has the ability to do. So first pitch to Grunwald is a swing and a miss, bringing the count 0-1. Next pitch, same thing. Fastball high up in the zone. That Grunwald swings through it, 0-2.
That run has got Gutierrez fired up here. He's thrown 2 big-time fastballs here.
Let's out a little bit of a grunt on that last pitch there.
Suddenly we had the Wimbledon going on here. Yeah, when he overthrew a little bit, you could just see that his momentum went way off the left side of the mound.
Next pitch misses out. Evens the count 2-2.
This would be a good time to go back to that high fastball that he threw for strike 2. He instead went with a breaking ball, and he fouled it out of the park. So 2-2 as we have now reached the point where Alma tries to hit 15 foul balls and get a walk. Which, hey, good strategy. There's another one over to the Bulldog dugout. Speared by one of the boys down there. Can't really see because they've all got hats, hoods, basically every piece of clothes they own that says Adrian Bulldogs on it. So they're kind of hidden. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a changeup. The ball gets away from Loeffler, but he'll throw it down to Miranda for the out. And that's 2 up and 2 strikeouts for Gutierrez, who now has 6 on the day. Wyatt Nicewander in the plate, swings and misses for strike 1. And gentlemen, the batter is designated hitter number 17, Wyatt Nicewander. Here's the pitch, fouled into the net, which is protecting the first base fans.
0-2 our count here to Nicewander.
I tell you, there may be no more important nets anywhere in America than the ones that protect the fans here at Nicolay Field.
This
There's
one
a
is
drive to
skied.
right.
Joe Casal runs over. He'll make the catch. That'll be out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Gutierrez. It was much needed as his pitch count's gotten a little high here. He's already at 60 pitches through 3 innings. But the Bulldogs hold on to their 1-0 lead. We head into the bottom of the 3rd, coming up just after this.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Help families cope with the
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd. Adrian leading 1-0.
Playing out for the Bulldogs in the top of the, the bottom of the 3rd is second baseman number 25, David Kedrow.
So Kedrow with his first at-bat of the ball game here. 1-0 our score. Adrian with the only hit. First pitch from Jones misses high, 1-0. Something tells me this would be a completely different game without this rain, as the majority of the base runners have just been because the pitcher hasn't been able to get a grip on the ball. Kedrow squares around a bunt but pulls back, and the pitch clips the outside corner. That evens the count 1-1.
Yeah, and unfortunately, with it being close like this, you get the bad feeling this game could definitely hinge on, some play that involves the ball being wet and a bad throw, an error. I mean, even drop balls, because, I was impressed by Casal on that last fly ball there, about just standing there waiting, looking into the rain and the darkness of the clouds. And it's a tough day to do just about anything baseball-wise.
What I think would help Casal out was that wind still blowing in from right field, so not many raindrops in his eyes is hitting him in the back of the head. 3-1 the count to Kedro. Now the count runs full.
Well, and again, as hard as it appears to be blowing, if it was blowing out, he'd be turning and running. So he wouldn't have to look into the thing, but he probably wouldn't catch it. So that was to the Bulldogs' advantage on that one. Here's the pitch fouled away off the glove of McGlade, the Alma catcher. So we're going to do 3-2 again. David Kedro battling to get on. He wants to get himself on the bases as the top of the order is waiting on deck in Jacob Charles. And getting him on is important in this third inning.
Strike 3 called. Just gets the inside corner. And Kedro goes down looking for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Jacob Charles.
So that'll bring up Charles. Charles grounded out to short his first at-bat. It was a one-pitch, one-out situation for Jones, and Charles now looks at a changeup for strike 1.
Yeah, as the leadoff hitter, that's a strategy that Charles has employed on several occasions this year. He figures that they're going to try and start the game off with a strike and get ahead, especially on a day like today when you're worried about throwing balls, and figures that's going to be the best pitch he gets to hit. And he hit that one hard, but it was right at the shortstop, unfortunately for the Dogs. There's another ball. 1-2 now to Charles. Bulldogs got the only hit. That drove in the only run. It's 1-0 Adrian here in the bottom of the third from rainy Nicolay Field. Foul ball into the net.
I still don't know if we can call this rain.
Well, I'll put it this way. It ain't dry here at Nicolay Field.
It's just as annoying as it can get. Even Jacob Charles has looks like a golf towel hanging out of his belt loop. That pitch, don't quite know where it missed, but it favors Jacob Charles, and that evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, Jake's got a full complement of gear around his waist. He's got his batting glove in the back pocket. He's got like a thing to warm his hands on his back right now, but I'm sure it gets turned around when he's in the field. And the towel.
It's the quarterback pouch.
That's right. He's ready to leave the Bulldogs on a drive against the Scots. Coach Deere may want to employ the strong-armed Jacob Charles. Next ball.
Oh, and to go up against Alma, as Alma turned out to be one of the top football teams in Division III this year, led by their head coach that I thought did something pretty cool. Every home game coached in a kilt.
Well, that's what I'm saying about this uniform they have is there's none of the plaid kilt, which on every team that Alma has, you have some reference to that. Now batting third baseman number 17, Ryan Davis.
So Charles works the count and walks. So Bulldogs have a runner aboard, speed aboard too, with one out here in the bottom of the third for Ryan Davis.
And again, that speed's important because on a day like today, you're going to be aggressive because you're going to force people to make throws. I think that was part of what happened to end the last inning there. At second base, we kind of figured that they would just let the ball go through, and they made a nice play with the cutoff.
The 0-1 pitch, skied out of play, brings the count 0-2. Davis looking to get something going here. Move Charles around the field. Pretty decent lead over at first. I don't know if he'll be going, though, with the lefty. Slide step there. Davis rips this one down the line. Just foul off the fence.
But at least the fence kept it out of the big puddles that are down there. So we may see that baseball again.
Jacob Charles over at first base. He's 8 for 12 on the season in stolen base attempts. Jones throws over to check on him. Jones has done a nice job as the lefty with mixing in the drag step with the high leg kick. And there goes the bat of Ryan Davis. Like you said, Goose, the protective netting here at Nicolay Field might be one of the more important nettings around the country.
And it also explains the very wise announcement by our public address announcer to watch for baseballs and other equipment flying into the seating area. But yeah, that one, talking about bunting out of the stadium, he almost threw the bat out of the stadium right there.
So we redo the 0-2. Pretty big lead now for Charles. He keeps extending it. This one popped up in the air in between short or shallow right field, and the right fielder comes on and makes a diving catch almost on the infield.
Almost exactly on the infield. Kind of chuckling because in retrospect, now batting the first baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. In retrospect, had the second baseman just not moved, the ball would have hit him on top of the head. But the right fielder had to come all the way almost from the track and run that one down.
Well, that just shows how powerful the wind is blowing in from right field, because off the bat, it just looked like a shallow fly ball to right, but the wind kept knocking it down to keep it closer and closer to the infield. A pickoff attempt. Charles takes off. He'll slide in, and he's called out. So a 1-3-6 caught stealing. And that is the third out of the inning. But Bulldogs still hold a 1-0 lead. We head to the top of the fourth. Gutierrez coming back out on the mound for Adrian, and we'll be back after this.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Leading off for the Scots in the top half of the fourth inning is third baseman number 7, Kyler Warren.
Kyler Warren leads things off here in the top of the fourth. Adrian holding on a 1-0 lead. Only one hit in the ball game, and it was a single to left field from Logan Loeffler back in the second inning. That scored a run, but the inning ended on that same play with a back pick to second. This one, Warren gets jammed in and pops this one up to the second baseman, Kedrow. That'll be out number one.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Stephen McGlade.
So McGlade comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Looks at first pitch ball. Next one fouled off. McGlade a little out in front of it. This pitch misses high. Count runs 2-1. Another Alma foul ball there.
Three more coming back out to the home plate to fill the umpire's ball bags as we await the 2-2 pitch from Gutierrez. That one's fouled off the net. Saved us this time. Gutierrez, one of these pitchers that works from the stretch at all times. See that a lot more these days.
Pitch misses high there. Count now runs full. McGlade very colorful at the plate with the white shoes, maroon socks, black pants, teal top, white helmet, and orange bat. So it's ball 4, and he'll head down to first. So Scots have another man aboard. That's the 4th walk of the day for Gutierrez.
Now batting right fielder, number 15, Cameron Bloodsdale.
Next pitch, fastball, catches the outside corner, count 0-2. To Bloodsdale. Good placement there, try to get him chasing the outside pitch. Bulldogs playing him to pull a bit as Ryan Davis is about 15, 20 feet off the line at third. Easton Rogers in left field just got shifted over a bit towards the gap. Called strike 3, gets the outside corner. And that's 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th. Bring up Dalton D. Alexander.
Now batting second baseman number 21, Dalton D. Alexander.
This one rolled up the middle to Charles. He'll take it himself. Step on second. Fielder's choice there. And an unassisted out at second base for Charles. So that'll do it here in the top of the 4th. Alma's still looking to get their first hit. Adrian leading 1-0. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and we'll be right back after this.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bottom of the 4th, Adrian leading 1-0. It is Miranda, Wagner, and Rogers due up for the Bulldogs.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 4th inning is first baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda.
In the Calvin Hope game, Calvin was able to hold on and defeat the Flying Dutchman 9-7 in game 2 of that doubleheader. That was with the help of a 4-run inning from the Knights in the 8th. Miranda starts us off with a single here, the second hit of the ball game. Another single to left. Now bring up Ed Wagner. Wagner was hit by a pitch in the helmet his first at-bat.
Now batting the designated hitter number 20, Ed Wagner.
So Calvin scored 4 in the top of the 8th. And Hope gave a little bit of a scare, scoring 3 in the bottom of the 9th. But Calvin was able to hold on, so they split that doubleheader. And a Hope College loss kind of helps both Alma and Adrian. First pitch to Wagner, called a strike.
You mentioned that Wagner was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch that he saw back in the second inning, and he is the difference in the ball game because we got him home on base hit by Loeffler, and that's the one run that has been achieved during this contest for both teams. Bulldogs now with 2 hits after that ringing base hit by Miranda. Here's the kick and delivery, foul ball off the face mask of the catcher. I believe that's the catcher. Not the umpire that time, but umpire bounces right out there and gives McGlade a little opportunity to shake that one off.
So 1-2 the count here to Wagner. He kicks and fires. Wagner pops this one up high into sky. Caught short center field by Foley. That's out number 1. Miranda will retreat back to first. And Easton Rogers comes to the plate.
Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. I tell you, that wind continues to give people trouble. As Foley took a very interesting path to that ball. He went left, he did like a button hook, and then he turned around and went right and found his way underneath it. Nice play out there in center field.
First pitch, a breaking ball to Rogers. He fouls that one off. 0-1 the count to him. Another pitch fouled away.
Jay Mike, this is a tough day to play outfield again. Because with that wind blowing in, the last thing you want to have happen is the ball get over your head. But when you go back, it never really quite gets to you. And at the end, you've got to come sprinting in. And again, with the slick outfield, when you go to stop, you know, you may lose your feet out from under you. And then all kinds of trouble could ensue. So kudos to the outfielders who've done a good job so far today on both teams.
And I wonder if the brand new turf this year has kind of helped some of the footing. The 1-2 pitch catches the inside corner, called strike 3 to Rogers. That puts 2 outs up on the board for Travis Lifford.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6, Travis Lifford.
Lifford is followed by Joe Casal. A.J. Miranda standing on first. First pitch misses into Lifford, 1-0. Lifford in center field today instead of the regular Jack Boyke that we've been seeing.
Well,
But like you said earlier, Lifford's kind of been the guy that's infield, outfield, and has played all around as he gets out of the way of the inside fastball, bringing the count 2-0.
I think part of it is we're picking the better offensive player as opposed to the defensive player in some of these positions. Boyke plays a great center field. But Lifford offers a little bit more with the bat. There's a pop-up on the infield, third baseman going over, but you watch it sail out of play. Again, the wind caught that. When he first hit it, he thought he had a pretty good shot at it, and it's now out rolling around on 223 somewhere.
Well, and like you were saying, with the better bat out of Lifford than Boyke this year, I wonder when Coach Rainey went to make the lineup card, he was expecting to see the number 1 for Alma. That's Tyler Johnson. He's got a record of 5-3, 2.43 ERA, but he's thrown 3 complete games, including a shutout, and 63 innings pitched. That pitch misses out, full count now to Lifford. But so it sounds like Johnson's going to pitch one of the 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, I think part of that is the fact that you just can't count on this game going through the entire way without a delay, and you don't want to waste your number 1 pitcher.
This one's skied down the right field line and drifting out of play. Full count, 2 outs.
A.J. Miranda has been nursing what they call in hockey a lower body injury, and he was going on that pitch, and the minute he heard that sound, you could say, okay, I'm going to pull it up to a stop here and not hurt myself. But he's getting a massive lead over there as with 3-2. Alma not even holding him on.
Well, and this would be a perfect time for some sort of back pick play. But yeah, with 2 strikes, a lot of pitchers just tend to focus on the hitter, and that's why Carnicum's playing way behind Miranda at first.
Yeah, I also think, too, the one thing that would be negative about that is you'd have to hit a moving target, and today may not be the best day to do that.
Pitch misses high and away, ball 4, puts Lifford on first, and Miranda moves up to second for the 7-hitter, Joe Casal.
Now batting the right fielder, number 10, Joe Casal. Well, Bulldogs in need of a big 2-out hit here from their right fielder, Joe Casal. They lead at 1-0, but they're itching to increase that lead as the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner for strike 1. Sal's another one that's moved around defensively. He's played some left field. He's played some first base. Lately, he's seen more action in right field. Of course, a lot of that is based on the fact that we've been using Don Goods as a pitcher. And it's quickly 0-2 to Casal. Jones on the hill. Comes to the set, checks the runner at second. That is Miranda. The pitch is way up high for a ball. One and two now to the Bulldog right fielder. Kicks and delivers, drive out to left field, going back and making the catch.
Snow cone catch out there.
Cole Grunwald, and he'll hold that up for all to admire as he makes the snow cone catch in left field. So the Bulldogs get 2 runners aboard, but cannot move them any further. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. After 4 complete innings of play here from Nicolay Field, our score remains the Bulldogs 1, the Scots nothing, and we'll be back to watch Dan Gutierrez move into the 5th inning after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Number 6, Travis Lifford. Leading off for the Scots in the top half of the 5th is the center fielder, number 1, Mitch Foley.
Welcome back. Mitch Foley steps into the box, the 9-hitter for Alma. He had a 9-pitch at-bat. His first at-bat ended up striking out swinging, but first 8 pitches were all foul balls, and he swings at the first one here, lifts it into center field. For our new center fielder, Jack Boyke checking into the game. He checks in for Joe Casal. And Travis Lifford moves from center field to right field. Boyke will play center.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Kevin Tuttle. And that was just kind of what we were talking about when Casal was up there. Now, Coach Rainey has moved guys around as this one hits Tuttle right in the 2 on his back, and he now walks to first base, and that's not good news because he has good speed, and it brings up Carnicom. Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Avery Carnicom. I also want to point out, Mike, that Boyke comes in, and where does the first ball go?
To Boyke.
There you go.
You're all about that.
Well,
entering the game, first ball's hit to you.
Again. You thought I was joking that first couple of times, like what is he talking about? But then it's happened now like 9 times in a row, and that's just the way you got to look at it. So that's a warning to all you youngsters out there that coach puts you in, you better be ready. So stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
First pitch fastball gets the inside corner, 0-1. Carnicom 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Pitch misses low, 1-1. pitch, also another fastball, misses low and in. One thing I've really liked about Gutierrez and his matchups with Carnicom is he's used the fastball quite a bit to say, hey, I know you can hit the ball at the ballpark, but I'm going to challenge you. As he rips that one foul, even the count 2-2.
Well, another thing he's doing, and this is, you know, good starters do this. You see this a lot in the major leagues where they got that little bit of extra that they use, that they bring out just once in a while to muscle up and add some things. And Carnicom watched that one go by.
Right down the middle. 3 strikeouts on the day, the golden sombrero for Avery Carnicom.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Cole Grunwald. But you see Justin Verlander, when he was the Tigers, he would do that. He'd get in a key situation, and you know, he might be throwing 96, 97, but he would touch that 100 maybe twice a game, and it was always like the biggest pitch of the game.
So pitch a ball to Grunwald, and Tuttle takes off stealing. He's got that bag stolen as Loeffler didn't have a grip on it coming out of his gloves. So
yeah, he did a good job to hang on to that one.
Yep, yes he did, because you don't know where that ball is going.
Yeah. Have a good chance that it would be right to Jack Boyke in center field, which would be like a base hit here. You don't want that.
Next pitch gets the outside corner, evens the count 1-1.
But see, that's another reason why it's so hard to hit relievers in Major League Baseball today, because they know they're going in for 1 inning. They're going to throw about 15 pitches if they got any control, and so they're going to throw just as hard as they can for that 1 inning.
Swing and a miss there, 1-2 the count.
Whereas a starter, you've got to pace yourself, or you're not going to be in there very long.
Grunwald stays alive, fouls that one out of play. Tuttle standing on second, 1-2 the count. Alma still looking for their first hit of the game. 2-strike pitch, fouled back again. Gutierrez at 85 pitches so far through 4 2/3. This pitch just misses outside. That'd have been a little up there, as that pitch was called a strike earlier this at-bat. You see somebody getting loose in the Adrian bullpen. So another foul ball from Grunwald.
I tell you, got to hand it to these Scots hitters. They foul off your best servings.
2-2, 2 outs, runner on second, popped up. This one shallow right field. Lifford coming in on it, and he will make the catch for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Scots in the top of the 5th. They're held scoreless and still held hitless so far. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Adrian still leading 1-0.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
In the bottom half of the fifth inning is the catcher, number 23, Logan Loeffler.
Loeffler leads off the bottom of the fifth for Adrian. Adrian leading 1-0. Loeffler had the first hit of the ball game. It was an RBI single to left field.
It's got in the only run off Cam Jones. He's been a tough customer for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with just 2 hits, but they got the only run of the game on the single by Loeffler, which scored Ed Wagner, who was on base after taking one right in the ear hole on the first pitch. And he sped around the bases for the only run.
First pitch low and into Loeffler. Jones at 71 pitches through 4 innings. Honestly, with the way that the first 2 innings went and both pitchers struggling to get a grip on the ball, I did not expect either of them to go into the 5th. But both of them have.
Yeah.
We do see someone warming up in the Adrian pen. We don't see anyone down in Alma, although we might see someone down in Alma.
I was going to say, you hardly ever see anything. You can't just see into the Alma bullpen.
Well, there's about 3 inches between the bottom and top portion of that tall wall in right field that you can see some heads moving sometimes. So that's what I see out there.
It's kind of one of the few design flaws of Nicolay Field is we can't see who. I think we'd kind of like to know who's out there, but.
Well, I was told the story behind the tall wall in right field, and it was I believe, it's either the end of the season or an NCAA tournament game. Loeffler pops this one up. And the catcher, McGlade, calls off Carnicum as he runs about 3/4 of the way down the line and makes a sliding catch. So a pop-out foul to the catcher. So that's 1 out. And that brings up David Kedrow.
Now batting the second baseman, number 25, David Kedrow.
But anyway, it was either the end of the season or an NCAA tournament game, and Adrian lost on a ground roll double to right center. And I was told that Coach Klotz and Coach Rainey sat in the dugout for about an hour or 2 after the game, and we're kind of going back and remembering what happened and everything, and said that wouldn't happen if our fence wasn't so short out there. And I guess the next year they built the extension to make the wall a little bit higher. Kedrow skies this one into center. Foley camps under it for the out. That's 2 quick outs in the inning. That brings up Jacob Charles. Top of the order here.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Jacob Charles. Well, again, the other thing about that is that you use walls like that when it's a little closer. Like at the University of Michigan, it's only 315 down the line, but they got this massive brick wall that goes all the way to about where our fence, the upper portion, runs out. And while this ballpark has pretty good dimensions, as Charles bounces it back to Jones, and that'll end the inning, 1-3. And we'll get back to talking about that when we return, but the Bulldogs go 1-2-3 in their half of the 5th. We move to the 6th. It's 1-0 Dogs, and we'll be back after this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Leading off for the Scots in the top of the sixes, designated hitter number 17, Wyatt Nicewander.
Nicewander leads off the top of the sixth, and Gutierrez still on the mound, 88 pitches so far, but he has a no-no through 5. First pitch to Nicewander misses high. However, at 88 pitches, I don't think Gutierrez is going to finish this game, even if he continues his no-hitter. And this one is ripped down, and there is the first hit of the game for Alma. Rogers picks it up, and it's going to be a lead-off double. Nicewander was able to find his fastball in the inner half of the plate and just pull it down the line. And I think we're going to get a pinch runner here at second base. Yes, we are. It's going to be number 14. Preston Schroyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at second base is number 14, Preston Schroyer in place of Wyatt Nicewander. The batter for the Scots is third baseman number 7, Kyler Warren. First pitch is a ball to Warren. Just finished my point about the fence. Is normally you wouldn't think you would need an extension to the fence with the spacious environment here at Nicolay Field, but the thing about it is, especially in right field, is literally every game but today, this spring, that wind is always blowing out, and it would just be, you know, a homer dome here if we didn't have that extra part of the fence. Look out, Mr. First Base Coach.
That ball ripped foul down the first baseline.
And
it's like a feline in that first base coach's box.
Well, I tell you the other thing about, you know, kudos, because when you've got as many clothes on as these coaches do right now to survive this, because they're not playing, and that it can be sometimes hard to move that fast. So it's 1-2 now to Warren. Gutierrez trying to get out of a jam again here in the top of the sixth. Bulldogs have given him one run, but that's not a very big margin. There's a liner foul out of the stadium out into the rugby field. And the count remains 1-2. 0-1-0 for the Scots. 1-2-1 for Adrian. It's been a pitcher's duel between Mr. Gutierrez and Mr. Jones. And so far, Gutierrez has the upper hand. Ooh, just missed on the outside corner. That is a closer pitch than I would want to take if I was batting.
Yeah, this would be a big strikeout if Gutierrez is able to get it. And this one, base hit up the middle. Schroyer is going to come around third. Boyke fire it home. No cut. Oh, short hop to Loeffler. And now we throw this one into center field. So we have an RBI single. They're saying that Loeffler believed that Schroyer missed home plate. So they appeal. The umpire says no, he's safe. So we have a tie ball game 1-1. So that was an RBI single up the middle from Warren.
How about the catcher, number 8, Stephen McGlade?
Advanced to second on the throw. And then E1. As Gutierrez tried to get Warren out, rounding for second. And that throw went wide and into center field, so
I tell you,
the leading run stands on third base right now.
Fate was unkind there because we were going to get him at home plate on a great throw by Boyke, and that wet ball hit the wet turf and just skidded on Loeffler, and he couldn't come up with it, and that sent the whole thing into pretty big damage there.
Yeah, that's one thing playing on turf is that ball is just going to skip.
Especially on a day like today when it's been raining all day. I mean, clearly the infield wouldn't have taken this game had it been dirt, but that doesn't mean that the artificial turf is dry.
Yep.
But I tell you, that was a great throw by Boyke.
This one skied out of play, even in the count 2-2.
And that's what we mean when we talk about the offense and defense thing there. Boyke can run and he can throw, and those are the two biggest things you need in a center fielder, especially here at Nicolay Field, because center field is such a big area and the artificial turf, and this pitch just popped up, and Kedro did a good job staying with it and squeezes it for out number 1. Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Cameron Bleasdale.
So one out here. The leading run still stands on third base. First pitch is inside. 1-0 the count. Bleasdale is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. Dalton D. Alexander waits on deck. The corners are in here for the Bulldogs. Next pitch, fastball called a strike. And middle infield playing a little bit in, kind of that if it's hit hard at you,
Give the home team another error.
you're going to go home with it. This ball hit to deep right field. Lifford going back on it. He will make the catch, but that'll get the run in, and Alma's going to take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 6th on the sac fly by Bleasdale.
Now batting second baseman number 21, Dalton D. Alexander. And that shows you why the error was so significant, because that's how he got to third. And that got the run in. Here's the throw on one hop, and a nice play by Miranda, nice play by Charles, and the inning comes to an end. But the Scots are on the board. They scored twice in inning number 6, and they had 2 hits, and they leave no one. There was one Bulldog error, and at the end of 5 1/2, the Scots have taken the lead for the first time today, and they now lead it 2-1.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Who did they pinch run?
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. New pitcher for Alma.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Scots is number 16, Davin Rife in place of Cam Jones. Leading off for the Bulldogs is third baseman number 17, Ryan Davis.
So Davis leads things off for Adrian, now trailing 2-1 after the 2-run top of the 6th from Alma. Davin Rife comes on. First pitch almost gets away from him. This is Rife's 14th appearance. He is 0-2 on the season, a 3.12 ERA through 17 1/3 innings. He's got 1 save on the year. Opposing hitters batting .232 off of him. And first 2 pitches missed the zone, so 2-0 count to Ryan Davis. Make it 3-0.
This is part of it is the new pitcher has to get used to the new mound. Davin Rife compared to Gutierrez and Cam Jones is a rather diminutive right-hander.
3-0 pitch calls a strike. Rife only 8 walks on the season, so he's only got 8 strikeouts too, so he's still throwing strikes, but he's more of a I'll let you hit it kind of guy, and we'll still get you out.
Well,
count runs full now.
In just 5 pitches, you can tell that he is showcasing the breaking ball here. So, and you know that's a big change from Jones. I think they're hoping to take advantage of it, but it does not fool Ryan Davis, who lines the 3-2 pitch into left field, and the Bulldogs have that tying runner or board here in the 6th inning for A.J. Miranda. Now batting the first baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda.
Miranda comes to the plate. He had a single his last at-bat to left field. All 3 hits for Adrian have been singles to left.
And they've all been hit very hard, but they've been the only hard-hit balls of the day.
Miranda swings and misses at the first pitch fastball.
Miranda and Loeffler had the 2 hits off Jones before Davis has picked up his first of the game. There's a drive. This is hit hard, speared by the shortstop, and throws him out. A great play that time by the shortstop, Kevin Tuttle. I thought that was going to get into left field as well, but Tuttle made the play. It does move Davis up to second base for Ed Wagner. Now batting the designated hitter, number 20, Ed Wagner.
As much as we would have wanted that to be a hit, it at least moved the runner over, and you can play some get 'em on, get 'em over, get 'em in baseball, you will be successful. So let's just hope that Wagner can be the one to get him in. He looks at first pitch, fastball misses low.
And we made him make a great play. I mean, that was Ryan Doro-esque right there.
Looks like Tuttle is having a little bit of forearm tightness as he's been kind of massaging that forearm, stretching it out a bit over at shortstop. Next pitch misses away, 2-0 the count.
Well, at first, I'm not sure that Tuttle knew that he had that ball. He just kind of stuck his glove out there. I think he's also kind of giving a little attention to his wrist on his glove hand there from where he just stuck it out and caught the ball.
And Wagner is hopefully going to get him in. Miranda coming around third. The throw is coming home, and it's not in time. Wagner ties the game with a base hit up the middle. Davis scores, and it's 2-2. Like I said, get him on, get him over, get him in, and the Bulldogs did just that.
Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. Great job of hitting there by Ed Wagner. He just stuck his bat on the ball, lined it to center field, didn't try and do too much. And the speedy Davis came running around the bases. 2-2 our score now as the first pitch to Easton Rogers is a strike on the outside corner. Bulldogs now with 2 runs on 4 hits. They've made 2 errors. The Scots 2 runs on 2 hits. They've made no errors. As Reif throws his next pitch very wide to make it 1-1. Easton Rogers batting, Travis Lifford on deck. We're going to try and get Ed Wagner home. Yeah, we've talked many times. Ed Wagner. He's not the speediest player on the Bulldog squad, but he's a good base runner. And
4 for 4 on stolen bases.
and usually finds a way to get home. Swing and a miss, and that's into the dirt. I should say the little rubber pellets that splashed up there. That gives you an idea of how in the dirt it was, because those pellets are weighing about 2 pounds right now.
Oh, yeah. And
still got a couple of them to fly up.
I'm sure Tuttle is covered in them with how wet they are, because they will stick to you if you make a diving play like Tuttle did earlier this inning.
That is true.
Swing and a miss there for Rogers. He's struggling at the plate today. That's his 3rd strikeout. He's 0 for 3 on the day.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Travis Lifford.
So that'll bring up Lifford. Lifford is 0 for 0 with a pair of walks.
Well,
first pitch, a breaking ball over the plate, called a strike. Before that pitch, another pick attempt to check on Wagner. And you look at Wagner's body type and you go, there is no way this guy's going, but he is, like you said, a very good base runner. Slifford skies this one in the left field. And Grunwald is there to make the catch, so that is out number 3 of the inning. But the Bulldogs do strike back. They got 1 run on 2 hits. They left a man. But 2-2 is our score as we head into the top of the 7th. Gutierrez heading back out to the mound. He's at 105 pitches. And we'll be back after this.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 7th. Gutierrez back on the mound, 105 pitches. And he's going to face the 9-hitter in Mitch Foley.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now leading off for the Scots in the top half of the 7th inning is center fielder number 1, Mitch Foley.
So Foley steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. But that strikeout still went in as a very quality at-bat, as he ran Gutierrez for 9 pitches. A look at first pitch fastball down the middle for a strike. 2-2 our score. Adrian scored 1 in the bottom of the 2nd. Alma got on the board with a pair in the top of the 6th, but Adrian responded in the bottom half with a run to tie this game 2-2, as Foley goes down 0-2 right now after another fastball down the middle.
Again, all these at-bats by the Scots with foul ball after foul ball has what has run up the pitch count for Gutierrez. Again, I think the plan for Gutierrez is always to get us through 7 innings, and then turn it over to the bullpen. So he's doing some extra work this afternoon, trying to get us to that. He's also hoping to get him out here, and maybe the Bulldogs can score a run and pick up that win.
Well, what is nice is there is no midweek game this week, so, or I should say this coming week, and we didn't play any games during the week this past week, so lots of fresh arms for Adrian. And what's nice is Gutierrez will be able to go pretty lengthy this game, because he's not going to pitch again until probably next Friday when the Bulldogs take on Kalamazoo. Count round runs full. An inside pitch that Foley swings at, fouls it off himself. So we will redo the 3-2.
And that does not feel good any day, but it really don't feel good on a day like today. It is cold and wet, and that just hurts just to watch up here.
There's a 3-2 pitch. Gets away from Gutierrez. That one looks like it slipped out of his hand. So that one goes to the backstop. So Foley is aboard. Rainey, head coach Craig Rainey, is giving the wave of the hat down to the bullpen to see if his pitcher is ready, and it looks like this could be it for Gutierrez. And it will be. We will have a new pitcher come on. So we will step away, and we will come back with our new pitcher. Runner on first, top of the 7th, 2-2 game here from Nicolay Field, and we will be back in just a moment.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the Regional Colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within Regional Colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu. Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back. The new pitcher, Don Goods, number 14 for the Bulldogs. He's coming on for his 7th appearance. We normally see Don as a starter. He started 5 games for Adrian. He's thrown 24 1/3 innings. ERA is a little bit up there, 8.14 ERA. And he struggled with a bit of control as he leads the pitching staff for the Bulldogs in walks with 21. But he also is one of the leaders in strikeouts with 26 on the year. So we will see what Don can do for us in relief with a runner on first.
Now batting for the Scots is shortstop number 2, Kevin Tuttle. So Kevin Tuttle to step in against the left-hand stance of Don Goods. I think part of this is to try and keep that runner at first base. And it also kind of explains why Lifford and Cassell started in the outfield, because they were planning to bring Goods in all along today. There's a smash down the line foul.
Tuttle quickly down 0-2. Yes, part of the plan to keep Foley at first with the left-handed pitcher. That pitch just misses out. It's been a strike most of the day, but not today with Don on the mound. But if Don can get through the 7th and the 8th, we might see one of those situations where Lifford comes in to play the infield and we move Ryan Davis or Jacob Charles to the mound to close this game out, and you can send Goods to right and eliminate the DH. That pitch misses away, 2-2 the count.
But you'd rather not do that till Davis bats another time, or Ed Wagner bats another time.
Yeah, and I think Coach Craig Rainey is banking on that, as normally in the 6th, 7th inning, if Wagner gets on, we do see a pinch runner sometimes, but Wagner stayed in to run for himself. Strike 3. Swings through it is Tuttle. That is out number 1 of the inning. That brings up Avery Carnicom.
Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Avery Carnicom.
Carnicom struggling at the plate today. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, here we got it. Classic matchup. Ooh, that gets over Goods' head. Again, Loeffler's been throwing to the somewhat gigantic target of Dan Gutierrez all day.
Yeah, Gutierrez about 6'5", and Don Goods about 5'11".
And he is facing the free-swinging Avery Carnicom here, and he is coming at him with nothing but country hardball. There's a bounder down to third base, takes a odd hop off the seam. Davis gets him, throws it, and it gets away. So that will be a safe error on the throw by Davis, and now the runners are at first and third.
Yeah, there's a little spinner off the bat, as it looked like that ball was going to go foul, but then skipped down the turf and kind of bounced back in play.
Now batting the left fielder, number 6, Cole Grunwald.
So the first piece of action that Davis has seen all day at third.
that ball hit going down the baseline, hit the seam between where the green on the in part of the infield is and where the brown area starts, and just like immediately jetted to the left, and I think that threw off all the timing there. Miranda trying hard to keep his foot on the base and just couldn't quite reach it.
And Miranda normally pretty good with his footing over there, and he gave it his all on that stretch, but that throw just a bit too wide. This ball's bunted, and that's going to score a run. Davis is going to have to eat it, so that's going to be a hit. And Alma takes the lead. And we might have a pinch runner here. Or no, we have a pinch hitter, I should say. It's going to be number 25, Jacob Kornman.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please now. Pinch batting for the Scots is number 25, Jacob Kornman.
Swing and a miss from Kornman. Kornman batting .250 on the season, 12 RBIs and a pair of homers.
Now you recall there's a chopper just over Goods' head, and there's the throw. They get him at first. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, Kornman does not run well, and he's out 4-3 for out number 2.
Still with that high hopper, though. That slowed the ball down a bit and gave Kornman a little bit extra time, as it still kind of was a little bit of a bang-bang play there at first. Lucky for the Bulldogs, they got him. The runner's on second and third now for Warren. First pitch to him, fastball high and away for a ball.
The batter is third baseman number 7, Kyler Warren. This is a very key moment in this ball game right here. Scots with runners at second and third. Warren at the plate, 2 out. Goods delivers wide, ball 2.
Warren 1 for 3 on the day with a RBI and a strikeout. He's also scored once.
Stephen McGlade on deck. Goods does have an empty base, so he doesn't have to give in here. There's a right-hander working in the Bulldog bullpen, but I think he's kind of stopped to watch the action at this point.
Looks to be Lincoln Lipinski down there. Lipinski, a freshman from Onstead, just up the road. But 3-0 the count to Warren. And he will look at the 3-0 pitch, go down the middle, strike one. Pitch misses, must have been low, so that'll load the bases. They'll bring up McGlade.
Now batting the catcher, number 8, Stephen McGlade.
McGlade 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a strikeout. Bases loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Alma leading 3-2. Goods is going to work out of the windup here. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses low and in. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Alma. 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Bulldogs. An error is what brought us to part of this situation with Alma taking the lead here. McGlade swings and misses at a fastball up in the zone.
Yeah, all the rest of the runs will be unearned. This inning, swing and a miss.
The question here, does Goods triple up on that high fastball?
Affirmative.
He does, but McGlade gets a piece of it and fouls it out of play.
If he throws a breaking ball, it better be where McGlade cannot reach it, because he cannot pit. He has not proven that he can catch up to the fastball.
The mist here is starting to lighten up a bit. McGlade just gets a piece of this and fouls it down the first baseline. So count 1 and 2 to McGlade. 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Goods. Breaking ball misses away.
Yeah, despite it being only about 7:30, it's starting to take on the characteristics of a night game here, as it's been dark and cloudy all day. Here's the pitch from Goods. Got him for strike 3, and he leaves the bases loaded. A big pitch by Don Goods there to keep the Scots rally at just the 1 run. But they take the lead, and we're going to take a 7th inning stretch here at Nicolay Field. Our score after 6 1/2, it's the Scots 3, the Bulldogs 2. And we'll be back to see what they can do about this 1-run deficit after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
2 of Gutierrez's runs.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Alma leading Adrian 3-2.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th is center fielder number 9, Jack Boyke.
Final line on Danny Gutierrez. He went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. 2 hits, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. Well, those walks because we're struggling to get a grip on the very wet baseball here.
Boyke tries a bunt. Fouls it off. This is Boyke's first at bat today. And it's an important at bat because the Bulldogs have 7, 8, 9 coming up. If we could get a couple of them on, they would be out there for the big boys to come battling them in. Swing and a miss by Boyke. Strike 2.
Yeah, Boyke checked in for Joe Casal in the field earlier in the game. And this one bounced off Boyke and hit our umpire. Our umpire goes down. Looks like it hit our umpire right in the top of the kneecap, where just above his shin guard. So he's going to take a minute and walk it off.
And with the weather, Bulldog fans have already seen one game where we had a lengthy delay to find another umpire if the umpire couldn't go. So
at least this one is the knee rather than last time against Hope. It was a foul ball to the face mask.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Logan Loeffler. Just saying. That would be the last thing this series needs, because I just get a bad feeling that all the games in this series are going to be played in the rain and question. But Boyke, who has good speed, is now on first base. Here's a throw over there by Riff, and he goes with a quick move to start. Loeffler had that base hit to score the Bulldogs' first run back in the second inning. And he's going to turn around a bunt, and this is going to hit him right between the 2 and the 3. And the hit by pitches are putting the Bulldogs on the bases. David Kedrow walks to the plate. Now batting the second baseman, number 25, David Kedrow.
We're going to see a mound visit here from Alma. Has runners on first and second, tying run at second, leading run at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. This is just kind of a calm the pitcher down. Let's try to dry off the baseball a bit so we can get a grip on it, and also go over the defense here, as Kedrow is probably going to bunt.
That is I'm pretty sure that is exactly what they're talking about, because Kedrow in the 9th spot. Like I said, we can get a couple runners on here in the top of the order coming up. Maybe we can have a big inning and take back the lead. It's 2 innings in a row where Alma has scored to take the lead, and the Bulldogs came back and tied it again in the 6th. Let's do it again here in the 7th.
The batter is David Kedrow. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He is up in the box, probably bunting here.
Carnicom is creeping in. Ooh, that's right off his head. And Kedrow, let's hope he's okay. Kedrow turned, and that ball hit him right in the ear hole. And
might have been even closer than that. As that knocked off the helmet, Kedrow's going to be probably tested here for just a little bit of potentially a concussion, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He just got out of the way of it. So we got 3 runners aboard, bases are loaded, all of them hit by pitches.
I think he's also asking for a comb there. As, his hat flying off. Took his hairdo with it.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of some wild hair here.
I don't know what we're talking about here, but
neither do I, because obviously none of these hit by pitches have been intentional. So no warnings need to be issued here, as it's just because there's a wet baseball being played with.
The other thing I'm concerned about is that maybe they're suggesting that Kedrow didn't get out of the way, and, like, I don't know. Or maybe they're suggesting that maybe we need to take a break because the Scots are walking off the field right now. So I really don't know exactly what is going on right here.
One thing happening, however, off camera, very sportsmanlike. What's that? We are going to suspend this game, but as I was saying before, one thing that happened off camera is Reif went over and shook the hand of David Kedrow. So that's always good to see.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The umpire has relayed up here that we are going to suspend this game right now while we check the radar.
And again, we've often discussed how, like, when a guy is going to bunt, and it was pretty clear from the get-go that David Kedrow was going to bunt, he's trying to throw the ball inside so he doesn't get a good pitch to bunt, and that one just got away from him, and And Kedro, again, as he was turning around to square 2 bunt, it just caught him in the right spot. Right, you think about the bottom of the batting helmet, it got like right on that edge.
A little crevice between the visor and the ear hole.
And so we're going to wait a little bit here.
We'll stay with you, though. Score is 3-2 Alma here, bottom of the 7th.
The delay begins at 7:45. Oh, we've been here 2 hours and 15 minutes before the delay. And we'll tell you that the Bulldogs have one more home game left. That'll be next Friday. 4 o'clock start here at Nicolay Field against the Kalamazoo Hornets, who currently lead the division. They have just 2 losses on the season going into today's play, where Adrian has the 4. So that'll be a big series, especially if the Bulldogs can have a successful weekend this weekend. And while we wait to find out what's going to happen next, we're going to take a break. So you're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV. Our score is currently Alma 3 and Adrian 2, but the Bulldogs have the bases loaded with nobody out as we are playing in the 7th inning. We'll be back after this.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Nicolay Field. 3-2 the score in favor of Alma. We are in a rain delay. After speaking with the umpires, we were going to wait about a half hour. The rain is going to be sticking around for a little bit, but hopefully enough to lighten up where pitchers can get a little bit better grip on the ball. Bases are loaded here for Adrian in the bottom of the 7th. They're trailing by 1. This is a situation where we are halfway through the game, but we've already started the 7th. So you can't end it early because you would have to revert back to the last inning, and that would remove the Alma run and put this game tied. So more information to come, but according to the umpires, we're going to wait about 30 minutes and see what's going on. So stay tuned, but from right now, we are in a rain delay here at Nicolay Field. Alma leading 3-2 over Adrian.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu. Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and
Welcome back. We have an update. Today's game has been officially suspended, and the remaining play of this game will be made up tomorrow at Alma. Adrian will obviously be the home team still. That will start the day at 11:30, and that will be followed by the regular scheduled doubleheader afterwards. All of this is happening on the road. Similar situation happened last year with Hope College. We were tied 4-4, ended up having to make up the final 2 innings on the road at Hope and then followed up with a doubleheader. So a very busy Saturday of baseball up at Alma College. But Adrian trails 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. They have the bases loaded with nobody out. That'll be the way this game will be picked up tomorrow. Don Goods is on the mound for the Bulldogs. Davin Reif on the mound for Alma. He is the pitcher of record so far. If the game ends 3-2, Danny Gutierrez would get the loss for the Bulldogs, but with the bases loaded and nobody out, Adrian is in a pretty good spot right now to tie, if not take the lead. So we are done with baseball tonight, and like I said, this game will be resumed tomorrow starting at 11:30 in the morning, followed by the regular scheduled doubleheader on the road.
Well, I tell you, the scary thing about that is the weather isn't really supposed to be good at all for the next 3 days. So now you still have basically 3 games in the standings that we still got to get in. So, you know, we were really hoping that we could get through with this game. But, again, when you watch 3 guys in a row get hit and you know that, I mean, there's nothing intentional about it at all, that the conditions just weren't safe anymore, and it just was accumulation of everything happening in the rain all day. So that's where we're at, and that's where it's going to be. So hopefully the Bulldogs can pull out some games tomorrow, because the other thing about it is these are very important games with the 2nd and 3rd place teams in the league. So that's where we're at.
So that'll do things for tonight. Adrian trailing 3-2, bases loaded for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th, and first pitch of the rest of this game will take place tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning at Alma College, with the scheduled doubleheader to follow. So that'll do it here from us. A huge shout out to BCSN for all their camera work today. They've streamed our game, and then Ryan Cuddy, our director here, Dave Van Giesen, and myself, Mike Prang, signing off here tonight from Nicolay Field. 3-2 the score in favor of Alma, and hopefully the Bulldogs can pull something out tomorrow and bring home 3 wins.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.